Hey, thank y'all for tuning in to Dateless and ATL. Yo, I am so excited about this. This is probably my last episode, and I want to introduce you guys to my girl, Alasia. Say hey.
Hey everybody, I'm Alasia. I'm excited.
I know, right? Um, so as soon as I can figure out the technical difficulties here, hang on. Woo,
We don't need that.
I think are we good? I'm trying to do it all. Yo, this is so new to me and I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm recording the audio only and I'm also recording Zoom.
Okay.
Yes, so yeah, just want to make sure. So cool.
It is. I'm excited.
Alasia,
Yeah.
what is up, girl?
Girl, what's not up? What's not up?
Are
As
you on
true.
let me ask you, are you on social media?
I am on social media. You guys can follow me on Instagram at Amoralasia. That's AMOURALAYSIA. I don't have Facebook. Instagram would probably be like my only kind of social media. I have Snapchat, but I don't think we kind of like network on Snapchat anymore. But yeah, you guys can follow me on Instagram at Amoralasia.
Amoralasia.
Yes.
Okay, so you're just on Instagram and Snapchat, not Facebook.
My business, my Aquarius, is on Facebook. That's actually just starting to get off the ground. But me, like as my own personal social platform, I don't use Facebook. I would only use Instagram, honestly. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
So it's kind of different to see you without the mask on because every time I see you, you have your mask on.
No.
So yes, it's
Work. That at work, mask, strictly work. I want the face
girl.
shield, everything.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Like this. I don't know if you've got the email from work saying that we can now do the vaccine. Are you gonna get it?
I'm not doing the vaccine at all.
Yeah, I think we talked about that.
We did. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna do it, but I don't think right now. No,
No, right
I'm
now.
not
I
gonna
don't
do
blame
it
you.
right now. Just personally, nah. Are you gonna do it?
I don't know. I'm more on the fence now. I'm no longer just all no. I'm more on the fence now because they're coming out with the new vaccine. So I'm like,
Right.
maybe take the new one, which will be like a one dose versus the two doses that is currently being used. But whatever, we'll see. But
Yeah.
not right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe later.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna just dive right on in, okay? Just gonna
Let's get
dive
into
right on in.
I'm ready for the juicy. Yes.
I know you know what Dateless and ATL is about.
Yes.
So, and I know you're prepared for the questions. So,
Right.
here we go.
Let's
Listen,
get
the
let's get
first question. I mean, I get asked this all the time. I get asked this all the time. So, I want you to address it, okay?
okay.
To you, what is your opinion? Do you think chivalry is dead?
I to me or
Yeah.
like just in a
No, to you. What do you think? Do you think chivalry has died out, played out, is gone?
I don't think it's played out, but I do think that the society that we're in now and just, the mindset of most of the millennials now, that's really where it's lacked at with millennials. Um, I do feel like it's lacked. I feel like it's not, you know, there's a lot of influences now and people are looking at what's cool and what makes them look cool and like if we're being honest, like being a-hole, an asshole is looked at as being cool rather than having respect for a woman or vice versa. You get more cool points if you are that, cocky, or I don't know. I just feel like it's not completely gone, because we do have some, men that still honor it, but most men, I don't think it's I don't think it's how it should be.
So, what do you think something chivalrous a guy should do for you since you don't think it's completely gone? Like you personally, would you want a guy to pull out a chair, or I don't know, what do you think chivalry is? What do you want them to do?
Honestly, I feel like, okay, that's a good question. I feel like chivalry kind of it depends on, like you said, what's your definition of it. You know, I mean, me personally, like, I still like a man to open my door, and even just something as far as the woman walks on the inner sidewalk and let me walk on this
Yeah.
side. I don't really care. It doesn't really phase me, but just to know that, like, okay, you're thinking like that, that's what you I like that. And I kind of was on a date recently, and that
Ooh, we got to go into that a little bit later, but okay.
but I picked up on, I seen that, oh wow, like, guys still do this. This is okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't think it's like he's less than a man if he does like kind things for you, like open the door or pull out your chair or whatever? You don't think he's
I
less than a
think that
man, or
makes you
he's
a man. I
you do
think
think
that
he's
makes you a man. I think that, me personally, like, when I look at a man and I call a man, like, there's a whole lot of characteristics that define a man. You can be a boy, you can be like physically a man, but you don't hold the qualities of a man. So I can't, you get what I'm saying? Like, I think actually doing those things defines you as being a man, actually.
okay.
What about
I do too. I don't think chivalry is dead. I think
you?
I don't want to like get too far into it because it's going to lead me to my next question, but
Okay.
I don't think it's dead. I think with me that I don't want it to be like overboard, overkill. Like
Yes.
you don't have to do it
Too
all the
pushed
time.
over. Like, yeah, yeah,
Like if we're on a date, most definitely, if we're on a date,
yeah.
yes, I would like to feel like a lady, pull out my chair, open my car door for me. You know what I mean? Little bitty shit like that. I think when you go overboard, it's every time I get out the fucking car, you got a dog. I'm
Yeah.
just going, look, I'm just
Like,
running
y'all
up
stepping
here
on
to the
my toes.
store.
I'm just trying to get something to drink at the gas station.
Right. I'm good. You don't have to open my door
Right.
every
You
fucking
don't have
time.
to do it. Thank you. Yeah, I feel that.
But yeah, I feel like chivalry as far as society and what women believe men should be, I think has died a little bit because it's going to lead to my next question. It has led to women wanting to do it all. You don't have to open my door for me. Like, for instance, when a guy he sees a woman coming and he wants to open a door for you, and she's like, oh, you don't have to do that, I got this. Or i'm I guess it's saying that I can do this. I'm not weak, so you opening a door for me means that I'm weak. So I don't know, I don't have a problem with that. So in saying that, do you think that women have taken it too far as far as not letting men do certain things for us? Like, has that do you think that that has made relationships more complicated now? Like, you know what I mean? That's my question.
I feel I have two opinions about that. One, I feel that um if you know your worth as a woman and what you want your man to bring to the table, as far as just, the way he treats you and the things he does for you, nothing to do with money or anything, but like, if you want a man who shows you respect in those certain areas, like holding the door for you, or opening your car door, just something, as simple as that. Like, if you know that is something that you want, um, I don't feel that it should make you, I don't know. Because let me say this. Because I feel like too now since, like I said, we're in the it's basically the newer millennials. They most women, they have not encountered men who um, you know, has shown them chivalry, has done those things for them. So they don't actually, some women, they don't know really what it is. So, when it comes to dating certain men, or when it comes to just dating in general, they're not accustomed to that. So when you have a guy that is actually in that mindset of, this is, that I practice chivalry. This is, I believe this is what I should do for a woman. They don't know how to not take it, but respond to it, or like,
That makes sense.
you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't think, if you've never, like, but it just depends on who you are as a woman. Like, I feel like you don't have to have it to know, like, like, I feel like I want my man to do this, or you get what I'm saying? It just depends on.
So you don't think that nowadays women, they're not used to it, or they haven't ever had it, basically.
I feel like now it's hard. I feel like nowadays, with just, if we're talking about dating in Atlanta now,
Of
especially
course.
in Atlanta, I feel like it's really hard. I feel like, there's not a lot of gentlemen. And I'm not gonna just sit here and be like, because there are gentlemen here. I'm not gonna just be stereotypical, but I feel like nowadays it's hard. Most men, they don't go that extra mile. They're not as respectful and show that, just care and genuine. I feel like it's very much lacked now. I do.
I remember how we sort of touched on this at work with one of our coworkers, a guy. And
Okay.
I wish we could have gone deeper into the conversation, and I wish he could have been on a show, but to get a guy's perspective on it, because he touched on it, like, and it's leading to my next question. If women have not been used to it, or if they haven't been introduced to it, or just really don't want to be treated uh, like a lady or chivalrous, I think it has skewed the relationships. Like, if you don't want a man to do ... then that means you could take care of everything, right? So you don't need me to change his tire for you. You don't need me to change his oil for you. So what do you want me for? Just to be a sperm donor? I think he was touching on that, but we couldn't really go into depth with it because we were at work. So do you really think that women have just truly just messed it up, as far as we doing too fucking much? We doing too much. We doing it all. Like, we
No,
don't really need to do anything but be a father. Do you think
I
that's the case?
don't feel like, honestly, I don't feel like it's the women though. I feel like the women that do that, the women that maybe say, I don't need you to do this, da 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 da. Once
Yeah.
again, I feel like it's because they have not been, they're not used to that. But then again, like I said, it depends on the type of woman you are. Um, Honestly, I feel like as a woman, in our nature, we want, if we're calling you our man, if we're in a relationship, if you are a man to us, if you're the man in our life, we want you to hold that man title. We want to
Do
be,
all that manly shit.
yes, we want to be catered to. We want to be shown affection and love. Yes, I want my man to change my tire. I need you to change my tire.
Cause
Yes.
look at your nails. So you're gonna have the hardest fucking time to change a
No, what's so
tire.
crazy is, just to get off topic a little bit, I flattened my tire the other day. I ran up on the curb,
Oh my
busted my
God.
tire, and I'm like, how am I about to put my spare one? AAA is gonna take 3 hours. I have to go. I can't put it on. Like, what am I about to do?
Clearly. Oh my God.
I found a tow truck a guy who did it. It was handled, but yeah. But my man, to back to that, yes. Like, I feel like as a woman, there's certain things like, yeah, we might. I know I can handle everything. I can handle it. Like, I don't need a guy to do anything for me or anyone to do anything for me. But it would be nice. It is nice to,
And appreciate it.
yeah, like someone actually caring and showing that, you know, they care.
Right.
They want to help you. They not even just about helping, but just take that extra weight off my shoulder. Even if it's a foot rub after a long day at work.
Oh, yeah.
Cooking
That
dinner.
would be
I
great.
worked all day.
But would you reciprocate? Would you also do that if he worked all day and you stayed at home?
Of course. Of course. I
Okay.
definitely would. If you're the right one, yes, of course.
Ooh, if you're the right one. Oh, that's a whole nother topic. So okay. All right. Since it's a whole nother topic, let me just ask then if it's the right one. That's also a guy's thinking. Like, he will treat a lady like a lady if he sees fit.
If he's
Like,
the
if the
right
woman acts like it, or he feels like she'll appreciate it. So he won't change your tire if he feels like you're not going to be appreciative. He's not going to like go fill up the tank in your car or some shit like that if he feels like you're not going to be appreciative or you don't deserve it. So I guess it's a two-way street.
But you know what? No, because I feel like as a man, that is something that not you're obligated to do, but like,
Clean it up, sis. Clean it up.
Okay, listen. I'm not like, pro man has to be the provider, man has to do everything and women just clean. No. But I do believe that there are certain things that as a man and you're if you're going to get yourself involved with a woman and you guys are now in a relationship, I do feel like there's certain things that like should just be done. Like filling up your girl's gas tank once in a while. Like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like as a man, men, they kind of got to work a little harder. And not just to say like it's a competition about who has to work the hardest, but, women, we're not supposed to just be all up a man's ass and the man just, they settle with us or we just settle with that. No, like I feel like it should be like a two-way street. Don't get me wrong. I do feel like women should also, show a man that he's appreciated and show the man that, that we care and this is something that we're looking forward to as well. But I don't feel like a man, like as a man, you shouldn't have that mindset of, well, I'm not going to do this because I don't think she's going to appreciate it. No, even if she doesn't appreciate it, just off the strength of you being a man, you should do it.
Is that the same for women too? Like, even when we get mad, pissy attitude and shit, we should still do it. Like, still do what we are supposed to do as women. Come on now. Come on now.
As women,
do we still fucking do it?
As women, I'm going to be honest though, and I'm a woman, and I do this sometimes.
Okay.
There are things that we should do and that we know we should handle it, but us being women and being more emotional and we kind of we know what we're doing. We know what we're doing. We kind of like we know we should do it, but if you piss me off or like I'm not gonna do it.
Okay. Woo! This is why I should have brought a man into this conversation because I feel like it's gonna go sideways like real quick.
He would have been a good co-host.
Yeah, he would have. He was one of the guys that I would really, really trust to bring onto the show and have a straight up convo with because he kept it real. So, anyway, moving on before we get too off topic. Oh yeah, we talked about that. Woo! Whew, we talked about this at work. We talked about this. We talked about this. We talked about this. But I
What is
gotta
it?
ask, and this is so like gonna touch home a little bit, but I want to get your opinion on this, okay?
Do it.
Should you, at any point, I mean any point, in your
I'm scared.
lowest
I'm
or
scared.
your highest, should you ever reach out to your ex? Even at your lowest, even at your highest, like
When you say reach out, like, what do you mean? Like, reach out, like, I'm bored, like, I want to, no.
are there
Yeah.
different variations of reaching out? I'm trying to understand when you say when
Yes,
you say
because what are
reach
your
out.
intentions? What are your intentions when you're reaching out? What are you
It's
intending to
reaching out, period. Like, should you say anything to your ex? Like, it's over. Y'all have broken off. The relationship is over.
do?
What should you do? What I mean, like you having a weak moment, or you just won $1,000 and you just I don't know. It's your
Me,
highest moment and it's your lowest moment.
me personally, if
Yeah,
you're an ex for a reason. And
theoretically that is
I would,
correct.
right. I would, I know I would go through moments where like I would miss you, or me personally,
Oh,
tend to think about good times that me and the person would have. So
yeah.
that would definitely cross my mind, especially like if it's nighttime, I'm at home, I'm laying in my bed by myself. But I wouldn't. I don't. And also me personally, I have pride. I'm not hitting you up. I'm prideful.
So whoa. Hold on.
I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it.
So you've never ever reached out to your ex ever first. Come on now, A. I know. We keeping it real. This is keeping
I
it real day. So I feel like at a weak moment, which us women we do have from time to time, that we really want to reach out to our ex for whatever reason. Like you say, you were thinking about him, or you had to like one
reach
of
out to
those
my.
moments.
If I would reach out, and this honestly though, if I was to reach out to my ex, like I first of all, I would have to really be like at a really low point, like just distraught, like so lonely. And if I do, it would be on something like, hey, just checking on you, how you doing?
Still reaching out.
That's what I'm. If I was to do that, I like the state I'm in now. I can't say I would do that. No, but if I was to get into the state of being that low, and like that's probably what it would be. It wouldn't be on no like, oh, I miss you, I want to get back with you, or can I see you tonight real quick? Let's no.
Do you think there's a time limit on it?
Yes.
Do you think, all right, so let's say for
When you
instance,
say time limit, specify.
I like a time frame on it. Let's say for instance, you broke up with your ex today. All right. For whatever reason, y'all broke up, I had a fight, whatever. You broke it off, he broke it off, whatever. It's over. And then next week, you feeling some type of way, you're in your feelings, or you find something of his and you just be like, oh shit.
Girl, that happens to me so many times.
So do you say, what do you say? Do you say, hey babe, you left this over here, or I'm thinking about you? So are there different reasons or different situations of why you should or should not reach out to your ex?
It just really depends on you, and if you really want better for yourself and to move on. Obviously they're an expert reason, so I mean obviously they're you made the decision that they're not going to continue to go on forward in your life. So if you get to a point like that, like I said, it's really just a you versus you type of moment. Do you want to double back on that? And I mean, obviously it ended for a reason. So do you want to go through those things again? Not saying people can't change, but I feel like for one, if someone's meant for you or if that person has changed. But just on the overall sense, if you miss somebody and you you're tempted to call them. Like, that's, you know, how we have those moments to ourselves where we're thinking like, should I do it, should I not? And then you think about like, okay, what would happen if you do, or what would happen if you don't? That's one of those moments. Like, do you, you know, do you want to push through and, you know, get through this and know this is only temporary, this feeling is only temporary, and you're making the best decision to move on? Or do you want to go back to what you're used to, what's comfortable, but that will still hurt you? It's just, it's really up to you. You know what I'm saying?
Ja, let me tell you. I agree with you to an extent.
Okay. What don't you agree with?
I'm not saying I don't. It's just I want to add to it basically.
Okay. Let's do it.
There have been a couple times where exes reached out to me and I looked at the phone like, what the fuck? What? And not responded, right? But then I'll have like a weak moment and then reach out to them and just be like, send one of those emojis
Yeah.
or, you know, something stupid
So,
just to start the
okay.
conversation.
What was your intent? Like, what were you?
Because I was bored.
Okay.
I was bored. I don't know. When I get
What were you
bored,
looking to get out of you sending those emojis because you were bored?
I don't know. All right. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What was your intentions with it?
My intention, okay, see, okay. Unfortunately for me, when I get bored, I do stupid shit. Later, it's stupid. But in my head at the time, it's not stupid.
All had those.
And that's just one of the stupid things that I do when I'm bored. Like, do shit I'm not supposed to do. So, um, it would just at the moment be like, let me see what so and so is doing, or let me see if I can be like bothersome, or let me see if they're in a
They
relationship and
still
I just
thinking
fuck
about
with them.
if they're still
Or
thinking about
yes, any
they
of
still
that,
miss
all
me.
that shit goes through my mind.
They still miss me.
All of that. I'm a troublemaker sometimes, so I like to like start shit sometimes. So there's that. Just in case they're in a relationship, or I just still want to talk shit. I don't know. It just, but there's always like a time frame on it. It's never like a week. It's always more like months.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's never like instant. It's always like some time has passed. But when they reach out to me first, it's like, depending on if I'm bored or not, I'll respond or not
Like,
respond.
if an ex like reaches out to me, I mean, no, not really.
Whatever. Oh my God. So you telling me
If I'm getting over you and I'm still in the grieving process, I'm like, you're a fresh ex and
grieving.
yeah.
Oh my God.
No, then yeah, I would give in probably. But like, if you got ex from like 3 years ago and you like hit
Oh
me
no,
up,
it's a wrap. I mean, it depends on how deep that relationship was, and if I'm still single or not. You know, I'm gonna move on because you know,
we can get into that though. We definitely could.
we really could, and I don't want to like say too much, so I'm just gonna move on.
You know, we are recording.
Exactly. This is for the masses. This is for everybody that follows me.
Everyone, yes. Can't wait to give this to everybody.
All right. So, this is the question I said that I added last minute.
Okay.
And it's kind of touching on when you had a flat tire and you called and you found this tow truck guy.
Yeah.
So my question is this: how do you turn down someone who wants to go out with you? And why? Why do you turn them down? Like the tow truck guy, did he like try to hit on you? I know you guys were masked up, right? You were masked up.
Sure.
So you really couldn't see his face. But if he asked you out, what would you say? What would you have said?
I would be like, I have a boyfriend. Honestly, if someone is asking me out and I don't want to go or I'm not interested, that's my favorite line. I have a boyfriend. I'm sorry.
And that makes them go away? Because that shit never works with me.
It doesn't. It never works. But
it never works.
What I do is after I say that, I walk away. I ignore you. But like if we're in an encounter, like when I had the flat tire and say if the tow truck guy, like I can't just leave because you're fixing my tire. But like, I'll probably, no, I have a boyfriend, da, 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 da. And I get well, what that mean? We can't be friends, da, 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 da.
Exactly.
But no, I have a boyfriend. No.
Nigga, no, no, I don't want to go out with you. You are ugly. You stink.
Hey,
You are just serving the purpose of changing my fucking tire. Okay, leave me alone. Do what you're supposed to do. I'm just playing. But no, so my my point is this, when we were at work, I know it's hard now because we have masks on, but when guys try to talk to you, like, we're at work, like, would you really want to talk to somebody when we're at work? Like, date somebody, not talk, but date somebody from work? Or why not? Why would you not?
We working together? No.
Like, not in the same department, but like work at the same place.
Um, if I find you interesting and intriguing enough, I'll probably go on a little date with you. But
So,
as far as dating, serious, that's the thing. When it comes to like serious dating, you can't like, I would do this, I wouldn't do that, because it literally just happens. Like all of my serious relationships, I didn't plan it. It just happened. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't intend on seriously dating someone at my place of, you know,
employment.
I,
Listen,
I just, I don't, no, I wouldn't intend on doing it, but if it happened, that would be a miracle, but
it'd be weird. It'd be a little weird. I gotta
what?
see you every day. I don't know. It would just be weird for me. I wouldn't date anybody at work. It's just my thing. But
And that's another thing. I want to miss you. I don't want to see you every day. And then like we get home, I'm gonna see you.
yeah,
You're gonna get on my nerves.
you're gonna get on my last fucking nerve.
On my nerves.
And it depends on if we see each other, if we rode together to work and we got to ride back together and then we see each other at home. That shit would be so annoying. Like, what you want to do? I don't know. What you want to do? I don't know. We got to go to work tomorrow. Yeah.
And that's another thing. Like I was just talking to one of my homegirls about, like, I want to miss my man. Let me miss you. Like I want my man and me, of course, like to have our own things going on in our own lives. Like when you're in a relationship, I think people kind of like get a little distracted from their own obligations in their own lives.
They
Like,
kind of lose themselves. Yeah.
they do. You focus on the life that you and this partner created that you're not administering to your own. You feel me? Like me personally, I want to miss my man. I'm gonna miss you, but it's good that, we're apart. Like where you're working, I'm working, you're doing your thing, I'm doing my thing. Like I like that. I like a guy who's, busy, not all the time and just don't have time for me, but who's busy, who has their own obligations and, making a way for themselves, but still, find time for me. I like that because I'm busy myself and I'm ambitious and I know how it can be sometimes. So yeah, I don't want to be up under my man 20%. No.
I agree. But as long as I can remember, I've always had this thought of not dating somebody that I worked with. I've actually went against that rule one time back home.
Really?
Yeah. And, I should not have done it. But let me say this. Let me just say nicely without saying too much. I shouldn't have done it because there were more women. So he had like this higher up position. And there were a ton of women that was just like going after him. And we wanted to keep our relationship like on a hush. But because we did that, I had to deal with all the extra bitches like coming out of the woodwork, like trying to talk to this dude in front of me. And I'd be like, is this what we're going to do? We're going to do this? But then afterwards, I mean, it was just weird. It was weird. And I swear I will not do that again. It's just so many no's in that situation. It's ridiculous. And I say that because it's hard to differentiate work life and your relationship outside of work. You know what I mean? And how to maintain it and how to keep it fresh and new and drama free when you got other people at work you got to deal with. You know what I mean? That's now I'm looking at it like that. But at first I was just like, oh my God, what am I doing?
Like, you know, even when it comes to like, say, guys trying to talk to you at work or trying to talk to us at work, for example, like you have other people around and just other peers that it kind of like you can't fully like indulge and not be
True.
yourself, but you're kind of worried about other people or
There's that too. Yep.
or if they're in our business or would they know or would they say something or you know what I'm saying?
Jealous. Got to deal with that too.
Yes,
Ooh,
ma'am.
that's a whole nother topic,
That was
honey.
that's a whole other topic, girl.
I'm saying like I'm not gonna. Okay, yeah, that's a whole nother topic. This should not have been the finale. We should have. We should do at least like a follow up or a part B.
We should do like a few like just like a special segment of like me and you just do like episodes or just different topics like or like you get what I'm saying?
We should bring dude on the show.
We should. Let's do it.
Like that. That. Oh my God. That. Wow.
I'm
Then
down.
I what my mind is like. I really should do it. I really should do it. I really should do it. Okay. We'll get into that. But here's my last question, A. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
If you could go back, let's say 1 to 5 years, and give yourself advice on dating, what would it be and why?
Oh, girl, I could give myself a whole lot of advice. Let's see. Hard, okay.
You went back in the chair.
Yeah, you
Like,
got
oh, girl. Oh, my Lord. Let me tell you.
um
Yeah. It's a loaded question.
I would say
Take
this.
your time.
There was a time, and I'm being completely transparent here. There was a
Okay.
time when I was dating and it was new for me. Not dating, but the type of guy I was with, the lifestyle, it was new. Um
I know that.
and it was just, a lot was going on. A lot was happening just for myself as well. So everything was so fast paced and I was young. Um and I remember like when we kind of like our first little breakup or whatever, he kind of like caught it off with me just over something petty. But I was so hurt. I was in the worst state of mind. I was in bed. I couldn't eat. I was crying. Like all over this. And all in all, I realized because I did not love myself. And one thing that I would tell myself, this was a few years back. This was recent actually. Um, to love myself first. Just, and when I say love myself, like in all areas,
Yep.
I didn't love myself first. I, was putting his happiness and his beliefs and what he thought over mine and just my self-love. Not saying I was insecure or I didn't love myself, but I put someone before me. And I would never do that again. Never, ever.
So that's your advice you would give yourself to just love yourself first. That's a
Yeah,
really good
my
advice.
advice would be overall. I mean, I've been through some things with being in a relationship, but I feel like that's would be like my overall message that I would give to myself. Just love myself first, and always know that what's meant for you would be for you. And if something's meant for you, you wouldn't have to try so hard or go through some of the difficult things that you're going through to save it or to make
Agree.
it work, you know.
Agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
What about you?
Thank you. I was gonna ask myself that, but thank you. Um, I will have to go a little further than a few years ago. Let's see. I think I've been here 10 years.
Okay.
I'd have to go back that far. Oh, because I was dating a guy that I moved in with,
Mm.
and all my friends were like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? And I kept saying, I mean, he's cool, blah, blah, blah. I kept giving them excuses and giving myself excuses too, basically,
Mm-hmm.
to, I guess, accept my situation. Because we fought all the time. We literally fought all the time. I mean, like verbally throwing pillows and shit at each other.
Yeah. I know how
Um,
it is. That's like the worst type of toxic.
it was very toxic. And I knew better. Again, we know better,
Yeah.
but somehow I got caught up. So my advice would have to go back and say, wait. Even though I've learned a lot from that relationship, oh my God, I've learned a lot. And believe it or not, we're still cool to this day.
Really?
We're still cool to this day. If I ever needed anything, I know I could call him and be like,
Yo, like I
blah, blah,
need.
blah. Right. And he'll be like, you sure you good? All right, I'm on my way. But I won't ever do it, because I know that would be a way for
What do you mean?
me.
Like, what won't you do? Like
I
go back.
won't ever call him to ask him for anything,
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
Because I know that would be to him a reason to get back in. He know that I would not ever ask him for anything. But if I did, that would be a reason for us to get back together.
Mm-hmm.
So my advice would be for myself is to just wait. Just wait, and be patient. Be
What do
patient.
you feel like you should have waited on?
Um, to move here, get my life together better.
Okay.
To wait on someone better, a better
You feel like
opportunity.
you rushed into that?
Huh?
You feel like you rushed into that situation?
I feel like that was rushed. I feel like, yeah. Because to be honest, now enough time has passed. I can be honest about it. I was getting over the relationship from someone else.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. In case
We
they're
gonna
listening.
we gonna name him someone else.
Yeah, in case he's listening. So, or tuning in, whatever. So I was
Right.
getting over, and I think that was a way for me to quickly get over
Mm.
that relationship. So my advice would be A, to just wait. Don't be in a rush. Just be patient, be patient to what God is going to give you. It was just so many things I shouldn't have gone through that I've put myself through that I shouldn't have gone through.
Yeah.
Granted, I learned a lot, but I should have waited, man. I
Why
should
do
have
you
waited.
think we do that?
I don't know. I want to speak personally here. I really think that we talk ourselves into shit based on certain things. Like,
Potential. I think it's potential. I can admit I
yeah.
fall in love with potential, what it could be. Living in my
Oh,
own
yeah.
head, living in my own head, oh my God, we would do this how it would be, this how it would feel, da 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 da, and not actually analyzing the current situation and like what he's currently doing or what I'm currently lacking from this person. And like all in all, it's really what is going on in the current moment that determines the future. And that's where I was messing up. I can say that I would fall in love with potential, what it could be, what it would be, instead of looking at, damn, like you're not doing this now, you're lacking in this area now. Like, you get what I'm saying? So I feel like me personally, my vote would be like, my opinion on it would be, I think it's potential. I think falling in love with what could be.
That's a good point. I mean, technically, there's nothing wrong with that because you're looking at future.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at maybe this is somebody that, huh?
No, you're right. I'm saying it isn't nothing wrong with that.
You're looking at maybe like this person, I could work with certain things about this person, just because he leaves the toothpaste top off. If I bitch enough or whatever, he'll stop. Or some stupid shit like that. We'll talk ourselves into it.
Girl,
Okay. I hit a nerve?
no. I'm
Your
agreeing with
ex
you.
did that shit? No, I'm just playing. No,
Yes,
but no, I mean,
yes,
it's like,
yes,
I think
yes.
that's what we do. We just find shit and just like, oh yeah, I can work with that. I can work with that. But to be totally honest, now that I'm older, I
Mm-hmm.
really feel like that's not entirely a bad thing. Like if he does this, and this, and I can work with this, and this, let's just do it. Right? I
Yeah.
mean, and stop being so nitpicky over the other small shit. The big shit matters.
I
I
feel
think
like, that's true. And on it, that's another thing I was kind of gonna touch up on. Like a lot of women have the ideal, like what they want their man and their relationship to be and consist of. Like honestly, I don't feel like there's a perfect man. Like you get what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
not saying there's not a perfect man. Like don't lower your standard, but you know, me personally, like I would remember telling myself, like, okay, like I don't want to say there's unrealistic standards, but like I don't feel like there's gonna be that one person that possesses every single quality that you're looking for. Like there's certain things that you're gonna have to accept and deal with, but it's just all a matter of does the good outweigh the bad? Is this something that you
exactly.
put up with because they do this and they possess these qualities, but you don't like this? Like that's.
Exactly. I'm but is that the same thing as like I guess nitpicking, I don't know. How should I put it? The advice you were giving yourself in the past, is that the same thing as finding somebody that you can tolerate their shit? Like you looking for the future, you look into the future basically for your future hubby or boyfriend. But is that the same? You see what I'm going? Is that the same thing as finding somebody and going, well, at least he doesn't do this, or at least I can put up with whatever. You know what I
Again,
mean?
like I said, it depends on, do you feel like the good outweighs the bad? Because I feel like I would have all of these, like, I want my man to be like this, I want him to do this, treat me like this, da 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 da. But then it's like, okay, you can find you a man that possesses a lot of those qualities, but ideally, like all in all, there's not a man that's going to possess every single quality that you're looking for. So I was just saying that, it just depends on, are you willing to put up with the shit you don't like because of the qualities he does have? Does the good outweigh the bad? Or is it just something like, he don't do this, but he do this, so I'm gonna just put up with it. I don't feel like it should ever be like I'm just gonna put up with it type of thing. No.
If that's the case, shouldn't everybody be paired up though?
But everybody don't have that mindset. Everyone doesn't think like
So okay, good point. But if you think that way,
that. Mm-hmm.
how do you find someone that's like that? Like, especially nowadays where you can't really go out, you can't really do shit because of COVID.
Yeah.
Like, are you looking for someone right now? Are you just taking a break, or like, how do you find that? Or do you think it's hard to find?
Honestly, I feel like you are what you attract. I feel like, I'm not gonna say, oh, I'm looking for it, or I'm gonna go look for it, or no, but not saying, oh, I'm just gonna let it come to me. But I feel like if it's meant for you, it'll find its way to you. And I've never been a firm believer, or I've never been the type of woman to like, I'm looking for a man, or I'm looking for this, or I'm looking for a relationship. If it happens, it happens. If he comes across me, he comes across me. But I'm okay with being by myself. I'm content with being alone. I like being alone. I'm okay with that. I'm not,
Yep.
if it happens, it happens. And then too, like, even like if a guy does come into my life and we're talking, we're dating or whatever, like I'm not gonna rush into it. I'm not gonna just, rush things. Like I said, if it happens, it happens.
Are you going to put yourself out there? I mean, even though you like being single and being by yourself, content, are you going to put yourself out there?
Yes, ma'am. Of course. Not even saying it like that, but like, I like, to be honest with you though, I am enjoying. I'm finding myself. I'm learning to love me and loving every part of Alasia. When you're with someone, you kind of, I hate to say it, but it's the truth. You kind of say fuck yourself. And not fuck
You
yourself,
put the
but like,
needs of the other person in front of
yes,
yours.
before you kind of tend more to them. And I'm just enjoying putting all of that into me and pouring into me. If you get to a point where if you feel like enough hasn't been poured into you, shit, I'm pouring it into myself. I know what I give, so when I give it to myself, and I also feel like too, like I said, you are what you attract. So if I want someone to love me and shower me and make me feel that way, I have to make myself feel that way first. You can't ask for something that you can't do yourself or that you don't have. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep, I do. I do. And me personally, I don't know if I want to put myself out there just yet. Um,
when you say put yourself out there, do you mean just dating or
yes,
okay?
I'm not I'm not I was on dating websites, not websites. It's not more than one. It was Facebook dating. I was out there just at first it was research. It was a lot of silly shit out there. But then it turned into, well, maybe let me just see just a little bit, a little bit, take it
Mm-hmm.
seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And it was literally for a hot second that I took it seriously and it was still the same shit. So I'm good right now. To me, I don't see it. I don't see it. Just don't
Ooh,
see it.
sorry for that. I'm with you. Like I feel that too. Like as of now, I'm not like if I'm getting out of a relationship, like say if I split with someone, some people like I'm ready one way to get over one person, go with the next. That's not me.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I'm gonna have fun. Now, if not saying I won't go on a dinner date, not saying I might not go party. But just as far as dating and sex and fully giving myself to someone, no. And um, once I'm getting out of a relationship, I do want to take a lot of time for myself and just regather who I am.
Yes.
But don't get me wrong now, I would have guy friends. I would go on dates. I would still, be around other men, but I won't allow myself to get to the point to where like I'm fully investing and giving that side of me, if you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Cause I
It's
don't want to like, it is hard. It is hard. Then again, too, though, like when you're getting over someone or you're getting out of a relationship and you're like, say you go on a date or like you're around other guys, like it's kind of like, I don't want to say like you're thinking like, oh, you're not them or oh, it's hard, but it's just like me personally, I point out a lot of like things that like, you do this, I don't like that. Or kind of like, I'm gonna be honest, I compare and I'm trying to
There's nothing
stop
wrong with
that.
it. I mean, hey,
You
you're
know,
telling me and I do it, so I'm gonna say there's nothing wrong with it.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
All right. So absolute positively I think the last question because we're running out of time. Would you date someone from social media, like you never met this person and you met them from either Instagram or Snapchat, whatever? You guys just started like hanging, communicating on social media. Would you actually consider dating him from social media?
I've had that happen to me before, and it turned into a relationship. Don't get me wrong, I have met a lot of people through social media, and men as well. But as far as like an actual relationship, that has happened to me before.
So, okay,
But
that's a yes.
our his father and my cousin, they had a baby. So we kind of already like knew of each other, but it was like, you get what I'm saying? Like we 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 officially started talking through Facebook. This is when I had Facebook.
So you
Um,
kind of knew him outside of social media first and then kind of just
we
got
knew of each other
closer.
outside of social media, but we never talked. We didn't like, we started talking through social media. We met up, we scheduled the arrangement through that. It was never just like we hit it off in person. We met up, and it was through Facebook, if that counts. But now,
Yeah, would you do it again?
I feel like, honestly, I feel like social media is just, it's a networking place. So, if you hit me up on social media and we go on a date, or we hang out, and it's getting somewhere, then hey, why not? I'm not opposed to it. I can't say that. What about you?
Oh, oh, so you haven't given up on love.
I
Ooh.
haven't. I don't think I'll lose my faith on that. If I can't find it in someone else, I'll find it within myself. I'll marry myself at this point.
Wait, seriously? Listen, I'm at this point now where, listen, I'm
Uh-oh.
laughing because I'm going back. I think it was last year. I mentioned it to a friend of mine, a girlfriend of mine, where I said I wanted to do like, shit, do I mention this or not? Yeah, I'm going to mention it.
Let's do it.
I told her, I said, you know what? Just as a project, I'm going to put it out there that I want to marry someone just right off the bat and temporarily marry for like 30 days just to see how the fuck it goes, right? And she was like, yeah, you should do it. You should do it. Like egging me on and shit. And I'm all, I got all these ideas in my head and shit. My mind was just going a mile a minute and how to make this happen, how to make this happen. And then recently this year, I was like, you know what? That actually may not be a bad idea because I have actually a couple of guys who would just love that idea that we give it a 30-day trial.
What would be the like motive though? What would come
Just
out of that? Just to
first,
see how it would be to be married?
basically. And
Would you
why
guys
not?
go through the legal process of getting married?
Yeah, actually get whatever process it takes, because I've never been married, to get married. It will be a Vegas wedding, of course,
I
or
say,
like a
or y'all gotta go to Vegas.
gotta go to Vegas. It's
Gotta go
definitely
to
going to be
Vegas.
a Vegas wedding.
Right. Gotta go.
No going to church and no, none of that. Just like literally just saying I do in front of a pastor or whatever the fuck it, Elvis, whatever.
Yeah.
But just a 30-day trial to see how it goes. And if it works, great. If not, we part our ways.
Yeah.
I'm really thinking about doing that. Like
So would it just be with like someone you know, or just
someone I know,
okay?
not a random.
So are y'all
The
gonna just
person,
go online, move in together, and everything?
I haven't thought that far
I mean,
ahead,
you
but
gotta think about it. I want to. If I'm
I
married,
know.
we living together.
Listen. I'm right now, I'm saying less if we live in the same house or place or whatever, we have like separate spaces we can go to and just like
Yeah. So if we just okay,
de-escalate some
yeah,
I don't know.
damn near put beds in there, like I don't want to sleep with you
Tonight,
tonight.
I'm just gonna go sleep in here. You good?
Yeah.
I'm good. All right, let's
But I'm
go.
not gonna lie, I would feel some type of way. Like I'm like that. I'm possessive. Like you might be getting on my nerves, and I might not want to sleep with you, but you better still show me that you want to sleep with me. You better not say I want to go sleep in there. Even if I say I'm not sleeping with you tonight. I still want you to be like, no, I'm sleep. Yes, I am. Nope. Yes, I like.
Hey,
And it's
me, I sometimes just get on my nerves. I just want to just go. Just let me go to my space and you go to your space. As long as I know tomorrow we're going to be like this again.
right.
You know what I mean? We're just having some
I sleep for
space.
breakfast. I'm gonna cook you food still.
Right. We're still together.
Right.
That doesn't give you like a pass to go like do what the fuck you want. Let's just have some space. Some
That's
creative
another.
space.
That's another. Well, I don't want to get off topic, but
Yeah. But no, I mean, yeah, I we did go off topic, so but it's cool. I would be the only way I put myself out there is that I would exercise my option to have a shotgun wedding, live with each other for 30 days or whatever, and just see how it goes. I mean,
yeah.
why not? Why
Now, do
not?
you do like the traditional wedding, or is like a shotgun wedding? Like, are you content with that?
I mean, for the 30-day trial, listen,
Well, yeah, with the 30-day trial, who's about to waste thousands of dollars?
I
Of course.
mean, if
But
it's
like if you meet somebody and y'all take it there, would you want to do the whole traditional wedding, the big wedding, or like how do you feel about that?
I don't believe in big weddings, me personally. If I did choose to have a wedding, it would have to be in an intimate setting, like me, him, and a few other people. And he would have to
Yeah.
be okay with that. I don't like the whole bridezilla shit. I just think that is insane. Just give you a pass to act like a bitch to everybody? No. So I don't believe in that. And plus, I believe like it's an intimate, to me, getting married, saying your vows in front of each other and to God. I think that's an intimate setting. It shouldn't be around a whole bunch of people sleeping,
Right.
coughing, snoring, whatever in the background. I just feel like, that's just me.
No, I feel that I'm the same way. I too feel like if I'm gonna share this intimate experience with anybody, if you're gonna be watching this, you have to be someone that's really close to me and that I not just trust, but that like I know you have my best interest at heart. So I would want to include you in this. Most people just invite people to their wedding. Oh, I want just so they can
For gifts
see
and shit.
you got a big ass wedding and this and that and like you said gifts and yep I'm getting married. I don't think people really understand the actual marriage, what you're actually doing. So I agree with that. I would want to do like a destination wedding, and I'll probably invite like people that are the most closest with me, that I would want to witness something like this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not doing the whole everyone's coming. We have a $200 guest list, and
That
no,
is insane.
probably like 10 people, 5 people.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to pay
Yep.
for everybody.
Yeah.
That's another thing. I'm gonna
And the
spend that
guy
money on me.
spend it on the marriage, not the wedding.
Yes, not the wedding. People spend 30, 40, 50, hundreds of thousands on a wedding, like people, and they're still paying on it. I'm never gonna just pay on a wedding.
No, I
I'm
won't
still
do it.
paying on my wedding 3 years ago.
And yeah, and y'all broke up.
That's what I'm saying. When y'all break up, y'all talk about, all right, so who's gonna pay for the wedding? we gonna split the how we gonna do
Baby,
it?
it's still like $30,000 left on this bill. You gonna what we gonna do here? This marriage is
I
yeah.
got 2,000. You can do the rest.
I know somebody that did the destination wedding, and I guess it was just for show. Like she married this dude. I can't remember where it was some beach, some country beach related.
Yeah.
And 2 years later, the marriage was over. What the
Oh,
fuck?
let's see.
That is insane. So I'm gonna adopt what one of my good friends say. Stay married for, she says stay married for like 2 years or whatever, and then have like this huge wedding, because you don't know if you're still gonna like this person in 2 years.
Right.
And you
Yeah.
just wasted all this money on a wedding that
Yeah.
shouldn't have happened. So I'm gonna adopt that. But first I'm gonna do my 30 days. Like, you know
That's
what?
a smart idea though. That's smart. That's smart. See how it goes being married. Mm. Are you gonna sign a prenup?
That's the thing.
And wait, so are you guys gonna get a divorce
I
after
don't
30
know.
days?
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't thought that
Well,
far
you
ahead.
should like that should be like a show. Like you should like actually record the like and actually like get a crew to actually like film this to see how it goes. Cause I want to know.
I know, right?
I'll be
I
the
thought about
producer.
it.
I'll
I
produce
thought
it.
about it, but I don't know if I want to be out there like that. You know what I mean? My personal business out there. I know this podcast is sort of putting myself out there, but if I did that, I put myself way out there.
Yeah, they're gonna definitely be like in the Lena's like
But
world.
it's fine. I mean, to be honest, I don't know if I want to do it with a stranger.
Right.
I, I don't know. We definitely have to do a prenup if it's a stranger.
Yeah. So would you be comfortable with a stranger living in your home? Just asking.
You asking me questions I'm not ready for. I
I'm
don't know.
sorry. I'm sorry. These are just things that like
I don't know.
are
I
coming
know.
across
These are
my
questions I
mind.
should ask, but I haven't. I haven't thought that much. I haven't put that much thought into it because it was literally just a
Just a
bored
little random
moment.
thought. I feel it. Yeah.
A bored moment. So anyway, I think that's it. I think we've talked over our limit.
Ready? Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think we talked over our limit. But now I'm just like, damn, is this really going to be the finale? Because I feel like we have so much shit to say.
I think
I
we should.
don't know.
I think we should. Yeah. You gotta tune in to see.
Got to tune in and
We
see.
might come back with a little bit more.
But I really, 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 really thank you for coming on the show and doing this.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
me.
Finally.
Finally, it was an honor to be a part of it.
Thank you. And I want to say thank you to everybody for watching and listening to the audio version of today's session. Okay. So if you want to talk when I stop, we can do that.
Okay.
But I'm just going to hit stop. Thank y'all.
Bye, guys.